Listen, every day I try to wake up and figure out some reason that proves we don't live in a simulation. So, here's another attempt. I think y'all should see this.
Hovering in the air, zipping through our skies.
You're bad! You're so bad!
Maneuvering in ways beyond our comprehension.
He comes in, he sits down there at my desk, and he said, "I saw a disc today." And I said, "What?" He said, "I saw a disc." And I said, "You saw a flying saucer?" He said, "Yeah, sure did."
Otherworldly sights in the sky keep stacking up.
Oh my God! What the?
So join us as we list down some of the most jaw-dropping UFO footage captured near the one and only Area 51.
Okay, that's weird.
On January 9th, 2024, a new UFO video suddenly surfaced online, instantly going viral. And for pretty good reason. This particular UFO was not shaped like the regular ones we are used to seeing. It appeared to be a small, circular object with hanging appendages flying over the U.S. military base in Iraq at an impressive speed. The UFO researcher who shared the video claimed that it was shot back in 2018 by the military and was seen descending underwater.
2018, but we're just now seeing it in 2024. Doesn't that say a lot to y'all? It says a lot without saying nothing.
Video has received heavy criticism as many believed it was edited, but despite several attempts to debunk the clip, it has remained one of the most intriguing UFO mysteries. Sky anomaly. When you're 38,000 feet in the air, the last thing you expect is a light show. But on July 28, 2021, a passenger on a flight over Germany captured something truly unreal. With a P900 camera, they filmed an object that wasn't just emitting light, it was changing shape right before their eyes. The footage, later uploaded to social media, had everyone scratching their heads, as there was no solid explanation for what was seen. This bizarre encounter at cruising altitude was a reminder that sometimes the sky holds secrets we can't easily explain. Cigar-shaped spaceship. A man was out admiring the snow when he spotted an unusual object in the sky. Looks like aliens have come up with yet another unique design. Moving slowly at first, it suddenly zipped away and disappeared. Its sudden maneuver even shocked the guy who lost his balance.
Yeah.
As the video hit the internet, people started calling it the cigar-shaped UFO, sharing their own experiences of witnessing the craft.
Now, I get it. I know your first question is, why is he the only person that saw that? Why isn't it plastered all over the news with different videos and different angles from all other people in that area? And I posed this question a while back, and I'm gonna pose it again. Do y'all think that some of us have the ability to see things that others don't? I'm gonna pose that question again, and just think about it. Some of us may see and some of us may not. And that could all come back to your simulation or whatever it is. But it's something I've thought about for a while.
Many were convinced of the authenticity of the video, while skeptics remained suspicious, calling it a CGI trick. Mysterious vessel. What is it with aliens and releasing orbs on our planet? Is this for surveillance or something even more sinister is happening? A bunch of Mexican residents captured a strange black ball hovering in the sky. But there's more to it. As they zoomed in, the orb turned out to be an alien pod-like thing quite similar to a Ferris wheel cart with glowing windows, and released a tiny orb into the sky. The locals freaked out thinking it was a weapon, but as nothing happened, they reached the conclusion that it could be a probe, perhaps for collecting intel. And with no official word on the incident, we are left with yet another mystery. TR-3B.
I don't know what it is.
The infamous black triangular UFO, or TR-3B, has been witnessed countless times, with reports coming in from all around the world ever since the first sighting in the 1980s. And now a new footage has emerged online, reigniting the age-old discussion of the hovering black triangle. The person who witnessed this craft reported that it was eerily silent and moved slowly. People have cooked up all kinds of theories, from classified military projects to alien spacecraft. So many reports of the same object. Skeptics couldn't help but succumb to the authenticity of the UFO.
I don't know what it is.
Fiery portal.
Oh my God!
In 2021, a father and son in Belgrade, Serbia, witnessed something straight out of a sci-fi movie. A massive fire cube hanging in the sky, like the door to another dimension. The video is a bit shaky, but you can clearly see a diamond-shaped, fiery object. It sparked a wave of panic and fascination, with netizens and locals stunned by the sight. Even scientists were left scratching their heads. Was it a portal to another galaxy, or an alien ship making its exit? Whatever.
Or it popped up when they cranked up CERN. That's always a thought too. Stop leaving that out. You know what I mean? We got to keep throwing CERN in there.
Whatever it was, it sent chills down the spine of everyone who watched it.
Oh my God!
Alien contact. I guess we should get ready to make contact with aliens. Footage has recently surfaced online, showing a UFO making a landing in a forest. It looks like their attempts to keep their existence a secret have finally fallen through. It was a perfect disc-shaped UFO caught, making a discreet landing in a remote area in the woods. I guess this explains all the creatures people encounter there. The person who filmed the scene later went to check the area with his friends, but unfortunately could not find any traces of the thing. Well, who knows? Maybe they escaped through a portal down there. Mysterious craft. They say the truth is out there, but sometimes it's right in front of us. In 2018, at an undisclosed location, a bizarre flying object was captured on camera. The footage, recorded by an anonymous source, quickly set the internet ablaze. The object flew at a low altitude, but it wasn't like any plane or drone we know. Its structure was strange, almost as if it was crafted by someone or something not from this world. Some thought it might be a satellite, but satellites don't fly that low. Theories about alien technology surfaced, and honestly, it looked too extraterrestrial to ignore. Blade UFO. How many more strange things will we witness? Back in 2016, Mexico City residents were left speechless when a black diamond-shaped UFO appeared in broad daylight. A local managed to zoom in, capturing the dark, rotating object as it hovered ominously in the sky. The thing had a saw-like appearance and seemed it could cut through things. The footage quickly went viral, causing a stir online. Authorities tried to dismiss the sighting, claiming it was just a government drone project. But with something so bizarre, it's hard not to question the official story. Could it really be just a drone, or was it something far more mysterious? Italian visitor.
Belli, la atterrata che arrivo.
A tourist in Italy was left stunned when this UFO made a surprise appearance in the sky. They're definitely going back home with some cool stories. The metallic black saucer was spotted in Milan back in 2019 during the afternoon. While it was obvious this was a UFO, netizens were curious if the authorities had been informed of this unusual occurrence. But as the incident made no headlines, locals grew suspicious of government involvement, believing it was purposefully being kept under wraps. The skeptics, of course, believed this was an editing trick, and you can't really blame them in this age of AI.
Belli, la atterrata che arrivo.
Volcanic visitor.
Yo, I think we're seeing some aliens.
When you play with fire, you might find something hotter. In 2013, a group of hikers in Mexico decided to set up a camera to capture the fiery activity of Popocatépetl, one of the country's most active volcanoes. But what they recorded was something far more shocking. A black, cigar-shaped UFO emerged from the sky, cruised by, and then dove straight into the volcano.
Crazy thing about that is, this isn't the first volcano UFO sighting. This isn't the first one. So instead of just completely dismissing it, maybe we need to look into what's going on around these volcanoes. I know we have teams that study volcanoes, but how often are they there? How often do they have video surveillance footage on that volcano or some type of camera pointing at that volcano to check the activity going on at all times? Like, this isn't the first time hearing about this. We need to look into that.
Like it was clocking in at the office. The footage blew up online, sparking wild theories about the volcano being a secret alien base. Honestly, what other explanation makes sense? Sometimes the truth really is stranger than fiction.
Yo, I think we're seeing some aliens.
Strange activity.
Oh my God, is that your phone? Wait.
It looks like something very, very sinister is happening here. A bright pulsating orb was seen hovering over a residential area. But that's not all. Wait till you see what happened next. 5 tiny orbs emerged from the bigger one and stationed themselves below precisely in a straight line.
Oh my God, I never seen something like that before.
As if preparing for an invasion. As 4 of them moved away, the remaining one merged with the larger orb above and blinked out of view. As the video spread online, netizens hypothesized that the aliens were sending probes into the area in order to monitor and examine us. While that is definitely scary, skeptics remain doubtful, dismissing it as a hoax.
Oh, you bad. You're so bad.
Saucer chase. Where there's smoke, there's fire. But in Miami, it might just be something otherworldly. During a routine mock-up flight of the Air Force, a local captured something that shook the whole Miami community. A fighter jet was cruising at low speed, likely prepping for a nearby landing, when out of nowhere, a massive UFO appeared, matching the jet's speed like it was playing a high-stakes game of tag. The footage went viral, with whispers of secret government alliances with extraterrestrials, but the authorities claimed the object didn't show up on radar, and the pilot didn't see a thing. So, what was it? Maybe we're not alone and are being closely watched by them. Clear as day.
Whoa, it's moving so weird, Tessa.
This is considered one of the best flying saucer videos among the UFO community, and there's nothing you can do to convince them otherwise. The clip recorded 2 decades ago, before the advent of advanced technology, showed a classic saucer-shaped UFO hovering in the sky, clear as day. And most people believe it's legit. But of course, skeptics dismiss it as a hoax. But what are your thoughts on this? Could it be an actual flying saucer or an elaborate trick?
Whoa, it's moving so weird, Tessa.
Landing. If you're looking for extraterrestrial evidence here on Earth, I think mountains would be the best place to start. A shocked hiker shared a video from a recent mountain trek, capturing what people think was a UFO. The bizarre-shaped object was slowly descending from the sky, eventually disappearing behind the thick trees, while its identity remains a mystery. People have been guessing it's a spaceship making a landing. You have to hand it to them. Choosing such a remote place for a base is pretty clever. Someone definitely needs to investigate that area. UFO duo. During his commute to work, a man noticed something bizarre in the sky. There was not 1 but 2 UFOs hovering in the sky, clearly visible. Their shapes perfectly matched the ones depicted in movies. I guess we were on the right track all along. While many believed it was genuine proof of aliens, others believed it was just a hoax, noting how both the crafts didn't move at all. Was this just a clever trick, or actual UFOs have been roaming around our planet? I'll let you decide. Cover up.
Yo,
Bro, what the hell is that?
Seeing is believing until the government says otherwise. In August 2016, what started as a casual family gathering in Goshen, New York, quickly turned into something straight out of a sci-fi movie. The family spotted a massive flying object hovering in the sky, bathed in bright lights. It was too big to be a plane, and its shape screamed flying saucer.
Look at the shape of it. Look how big it is.
Naturally, the footage went viral, with locals and netizens demanding answers. But the government's response? They brushed it off as a cleverly made hoax. Yet, everyone who saw it knew it was real, leaving us to wonder, what are they hiding?
Look at the shape of it. Look how big it is.
Glitching sky.
Okay, that's weird.
Strange lights in the sky could either mean alien activity or the sky itself, up to something. A video uploaded anonymously on social media featured the usually seamless sky in action. Two lights were seen shining through, one blue and the other orange. At first they stayed like that, but then started flickering, to the point it got people thinking if they were seeing things. This was not the only time something like this was witnessed.
I think the scariest part to me is we don't know what they're doing. We don't know if they're dropping off. We don't know if they're, like you said earlier, sending probes. We don't know what they're doing. That's the scary part, fam. And you just see two lights, then one dims, and then, like, what is it doing up there, bro? You messing with my anxiety.
After watching the video, others also shared their own accounts of such sightings. What could this strange phenomenon be? A glitch in the Matrix? Or something even stranger? Hit me with your best guess.
Okay, that's weird.
Heavenly visitor. The sky's the limit, but in July 2021, California's skies seemed to break all boundaries. Over Ventura, a series of mind-blowing images captured something that made people look twice, maybe even thrice. Strange lights illuminated the air, forming a shape that looked almost angelic, like a celestial being had dropped in for a visit. However, experts had another theory. According to them, it could be an atmospheric biological plasma entity. Whatever it was, this mysterious phenomenon spun the rumor mill faster than ever, leaving everyone wondering what had graced the skies that day. Portaling in.
There's another one there again. What the is that?
In this age of advanced technology, it's high time we captured actual footage of UFOs entering our planet. And recently, a man claimed to have captured just that, after witnessing a bizarre sight. 3 lights arranged in a triangular manner were slowly moving away from a bright spot of light. Netizens claimed that this triangular formation was the famous TR-3B craft that appeared to have just portaled into Earth, but without further evidence. Not much can be said about this strange sight. Declassified footage. A clip has been going around the internet, reportedly leaked by the Spanish military. I don't know how much truth there is to it, but just look at how crazy that thing is. It appeared to be a strangely shaped hunk of metal rotating in the sky, emitting glowing lights. Netizens theorize that these lights could be produced due to anti-gravity propulsions, but it could be just about anything from reflecting sunlight to a bizarre feature. Whatever the thing is, it certainly isn't man-made. Valley encounter. Somewhere in the Italian mountains, a local man heading home stumbled upon something that left both the online and scientific communities scratching their heads. Below the valley, a strange circular white light caught his attention. Curious, he zoomed in to capture a closer look. What he saw was bizarre. A larger white circle with a smaller dot orbiting around it. Suddenly, the larger light released 2 smaller dots, identical to the first, before shooting straight into space, leaving the smaller ones behind. The footage sparked wild theories, with some convinced it was an alien UFO deploying probes to spy on us, while others believed it could be a clever edit. Whatever it was, it surely had an impact.
I don't care what you say. I hope they check that area for people missing. That was the first thing that crossed my mind. You know how many people go missing in the mountains, in the woods, in the forests, on these trails, different things, hiking. Like, you see something like that, they should automatically check to see if anybody's missing. And then that may let us know what could have happened to them. I be thinking about that too, man. With the amount of people that go missing, what if it's one of them? And they've been like abducted.
Racing above. Yet another glowing ball of light was filmed hovering around in the sky. At first, it just appeared like any other orb, nothing much going on. But as the locals recording it zoomed in, they realized it was no ordinary thing. They looked on in amazement as the ball's shape-shifting maneuvers defied the known rules of physics. You can hear their stunned cries in the background as they take in the scene. Was this a UFO or something even beyond our imaginations? The jury's still out on this one. Orb encounter. Truth is out there, we've heard, but on March 20th, 2012, in San Antonio, Texas, it might have just been floating among the trees. A man standing on his balcony noticed a bright orb descending from the sky. Intrigued, he zoomed in and captured what seemed like a glowing, circular object. The orb hovered close to the ground for a bit, almost as if it was scanning the area, before shooting straight back into the sky. Some believed it was an alien probe, while others thought it might be an angelic presence. Skeptics, however, dismissed it as just a camera glitch. Whatever it was, it sure got people talking. Ohio Lake.
Holy shit, what is that?
In 2021, over Lake Ohio, something strange caught the eye of locals. A glowing object appeared in the sky, moving slowly with a purple hue, a color that usually hints at a calcium-rich meteor. But here's the twist. There was no tie we usually see in meteors, and the speed was way off for a meteor.
You see it?
People quickly started speculating and dismissed the meteor theory and leaned towards something more mysterious. A UFO gliding through our atmosphere. Sometimes, when the usual explanations don't fit, it's time to consider the extraordinary.
Holy shit, what is that?
Taking off.
Yo, that's a UFO for sure.
Now this looks like a scene straight out of a sci-fi movie. A man hiding behind the cover of trees filmed a large object with flickering lights slowly ascending into the sky. The shape of the object suggested it was not human technology, let alone a drone or an airliner. Okay, now, before we go on our high horses thinking this is a clever editing trick, the way it moved behind those branches with its shining lights tells me it's very much real.
That's what I was thinking too. And then to take it a step further than that, who's aboard that thing? Is it just them? Is it them plus one of us? They've taken one of us? Like, what's going down there? See, that bothers me, man. That bothers me.
Yo, that's a UFO for sure.
Looping lights.
Oh, shit, boy.
Sometimes what's obvious isn't always the truth. Have a like at this one. On June 2nd, 2022, at 8:30 p.m. in Phoenix, a local noticed something strange moving in the sky. Curious, he grabbed his camera and stepped outside to record the bizarre sight. A mysterious light moving in a loop, almost like it was about to open a portal. He filmed for a while, hoping for answers, but none came. After uploading the footage, theories flooded in. Some claimed it was an alien probe. Others suggested interstellar tech opening a wormhole. Skeptics brushed it off as just a drone, but that explanation doesn't quite sit right with me. Sometimes what's obvious isn't always the truth.
Oh, boy.
Diamond Portal. They say dogs can sense what we can't. And in 2019, this proved eerily true in Mexico. A local, alarmed by the intense barking of street dogs, stepped onto his roof to investigate. What he saw left him stunned. A massive, glowing, diamond-shaped object was hovering in the sky, almost like a portal to another dimension. As he zoomed in and recorded, theories began to swirl. Some believed it was an intergalactic gateway, while others dismissed it as a natural cosmic phenomenon. But if it was just nature at work, why were the dogs so terrified? After all, these creatures sense the truth before we do. Plasma disc. People were shocked when they saw this thing flying so low in the sky. Whether it was a traveling portal or an actual UFO, no one could really figure it out. It appeared to be slowly making its way until it disappeared into the distance. And even though it was so close to the ground, there was no sound coming from it, and only alien tech could make that happen. While the footage looked authentic enough, netizens have been wondering why no one is talking about it, leading to many dismissing it as an elaborate hoax. Luminous object. With all these UFO sightings going around, have you ever stopped to wonder how they arrived on our planet?
That's probably like the best footage I've seen, looking at it from that angle and seeing what I guess is the bottom of it. That's probably about the best footage I've ever seen. Like, no, I'm gonna go back and look at that later. I want to study that one. I want to see, can I zoom in? I know it's gonna get worse. The picture's gonna get worse the more I zoom in on it, but that's gotta be the best. I wish I had those editing skills to be able to clear that footage up and zoom in. That's gotta be one of the best videos as far as that. So we need to figure out if that one is real or fake.
There must be some kind of technology they're using, and I'm pretty sure this is how they do it. At first, you would think it's just a star, but wait until the camera zoomed in. It looked like a shimmering object, almost as if the sky itself had opened up, just a tiny bit, enough for an object to pass through. And if you look closely, you can see a subtle shift within the object. Or should I call it a portal? And surprisingly, it appeared to grow smaller. Time's running out, aliens. Pulsating orb.
Oh, hell no. That's crazy.
Residents witnessed a strange aerial phenomenon in Bogota, the capital city of Colombia. An ominous-looking red orb seemed to be traveling in the sky. The brightly pulsating light slowly diminished and eventually went out for good. If this were the aliens, aren't they becoming too obvious by the day? Many believed it was a distress signal sent out by a UFO low on fuel, while others argued that it could be an advanced drone. Whatever it was, something about it is definitely fishy.
Oh, hell no. That's crazy.
Not so alien. In 2018, a video of a massive UFO hovering over Gothenburg, Sweden, went viral. A driver caught the footage, and it quickly spread like wildfire. People were buzzing about this supposed UFO, but a closer look revealed something less otherworldly. It turned out that what everyone thought was an alien craft was actually an advertisement on a hot air balloon for a towing vehicle. The balloon's design and flight pattern had tricked many into thinking they'd seen a spaceship. Sometimes, the truth is a lot less thrilling than the speculation. Frisbee UFO. This looks like a high-tech frisbee thrown with full force. People were shocked when this video showing a UFO surfaced on the internet. The impossible maneuvers of this disc-shaped craft led netizens to believe it was either malfunctioning or aliens were testing some new technology. It was seen traveling at an incredible speed. Netizens and even skeptics were convinced the footage was genuine, but I can't help but feel sorry for its occupants. They must be having one heck of a ride. Jerusalem sighting.
There's a new video this morning that some say may be proof a UFO in the form of a bright light.
Back in February 2011, reports of a UFO sighting in Jerusalem spread like wildfire, with hundreds of people experiencing the phenomenon, and some even managed to capture video evidence. A bright ball of light was seen descending over the dome of the rock, and then it suddenly shot up, disappearing into the sky. People were convinced, saying this was proof enough that we're not alone in this universe, with some even believing that we were being watched by whatever entities were operating that thing. Red orb. Back in 2020, locals in Saudi Arabia witnessed a shocking event unfolding in their sky. This was not your ordinary sighting. A bright red orb hovering high above was seen emitting tiny balls of light, which slowly descended down, eventually blinking out. Perhaps the authorities were testing some secret technology, or maybe it was the aliens sending their troops to start the long-feared invasion. Radio silence from the government convinced netizens that something fishy was at play. But what's your take on this? Fiery sky portal. When you talk about crystal clear UFO footage, this clip from Germany tops the list. In 2018, a short video went viral showing a red, UFO-like orb floating in the sky. At first glance, it appeared to be a circular, fiery light just chilling up there. But when the footage was analyzed by a private firm, the details got even crazier. The orb had rings inside it, almost like a gaping hole in the sky. A portal, perhaps. What else could you call it after seeing something like that? Whatever it was, it left everyone who watched it completely awestruck. Maybe some things are better left unexplained. Glowing saucer. Startling footage filmed decades ago has recaptured the attention of people online. Recorded by a driver, it showed a saucer-shaped object hovering high above, blindingly obvious in the night sky. For the most part of the hour-long video, the object remained stationary. Perhaps it had run out of fuel, or maybe was collecting some intel, and then started moving slowly, finally blinking out of existence. Skeptics remain unconvinced due to the poor quality of the video, but it's hardly fair to blame the 90s technology. Vancouver sighting. Back in 2020, locals in Vancouver, Canada, captured an unbelievable sight. It was a perfect saucer-shaped object flying at a very low altitude over the Bay of Vancouver, shocking people worldwide. I think they've abandoned their initial place of operating under the radar and are letting their advanced crafts loose. And that too, at a place saturated with onlookers. While many have no doubt that this was a UFO, skeptics dismissed it as just a drone. Lumino. A homeowner was awakened by a strange glow coming through his window. What he saw outside stunned him. A flickering yellow light appeared to be hovering right above his house. He later reported to the authorities that he had seen it a couple of times before, too.
Sobre Punta Arenas.
The man believed it was aliens out to get him, while many netizens were convinced that this was the real deal. Skeptics argued that the guy was being paranoid and might have mistaken a drone for a UFO.
Don't call me paranoid because I seen something crazy outside my window that y'all don't want to never talk about. Don't call me crazy or paranoid. No. How about y'all ease our minds and our fears and we won't be so paranoid? Call us paranoid. You got some nerve.
Sobre Punta Arenas.
Glowing entity. A street CCTV camera captured something truly bizarre and has got everyone talking. A glowing shape suddenly landed on the ground, and to everyone's surprise, changed shape, morphing into an orb before shooting back up into the sky. Many have suggested this was a divine entity making an appearance, while others believed it was an extraterrestrial device of some sort. However, a few remained skeptical, saying the clip looked manipulated. But it certainly makes me wonder if aliens are experimenting with new stuff. Misty mystery. In 2021, some suspicious footage from the coast of Mexico started making waves online. A local recorded something glowing on the horizon, hovering just above the water's surface. It looked like a classic flying saucer, gliding along as if it had somewhere important to be. The person who uploaded the video was convinced he'd captured a genuine UFO. But, as always, the experts had their doubts. They suggested it might just be a distant lighthouse, with the fog creating an eerie illusion that made it seem like something out of this world. Sometimes, what you see isn't always what it seems. Sky intruders. In 2022, different regions of Mexico were gripped with fear as people spotted strange glowing objects in the sky. They resembled classic UFO saucers with lights revolving around them. What made this truly eerie was that these objects were spotted in multiple places at the same time, leading many to believe it was the beginning of an alien invasion. Right in the chaos, government authorities tried to calm the storm by claiming those were just Starlink satellites. But with no confirmation from Starlink or Elon Musk himself, many were left suspicious. This explanation raised even more concerns among the locals. Sterling surprise.
There's a big UFO.
Could be the most convincing UFO footage of all time. In 2013, a British aviator, Brian McPhee, in Stirling, Scotland, captured something truly remarkable. His video showed an object that was clearly not a bird or a balloon. It seemed to emit its own light or was highly reflective. As the footage progressed, the object's glow faded and revealed the details that looked surprisingly saucer-shaped. This sighting was one of those rare gems that make you wonder about what's really out there. Sometimes the most unusual things appear right above us, making the ordinary world seem a lot more extraordinary. Extraterrestrial flames. When this guy decided to enjoy the night out, the night decided to surprise him with this. In 2018, a man ventured outside San Diego to admire the city lights, but what he captured was far beyond ordinary. As he recorded, he noticed something unusual, a set of lights among the city glow that seemed out of place. At first, he thought they were from a tall building.
That's what I was just sitting here saying. That's got to be from a tall building though, right? Right?
But there was no building that high. Zooming in, he realized these lights were like flames, flickering in an otherworldly way. Internet theories ranged from rocket flames to something extraterrestrial. But with no known rocket emitting such light, what else could it be? Skycube.
7th, 2019, 4:56 a.m.
They say the early bird catches the worm, but on January 7th, 2019, something far stranger was caught in the early morning sky. Around 4:56 a.m., a local in America noticed a huge glow overhead. Instinctively, she pulled out her phone and started recording. As she zoomed in, the strange light revealed itself to be a cube-shaped object with a dark center, floating high above. Some speculated it might be a rocket.
And that's another question I'd be having too. Can they see us from far away? Like, do they know you trying to view them or pull out your camera or something like that?
Re-entering the atmosphere, but with no scheduled launches that day, the mystery deepened. The only explanation left? An extraterrestrial encounter. Makes you wonder what's really out there. Now it's time for today's open discussion. A man flying his drone near Area 52 was aiming for a glimpse of the secrets hidden in the mysterious zone. Little did he know, his flight would capture something that would blow everyone's minds. Sneaking past security, he recorded a bizarre sight. A jellyfish-like UFO floating close to the ground before rising into the sky. Once the footage hit the web, people were shocked. Some believed it was an alien craft, while others thought it might be cutting-edge U.S. tech, possibly reverse-engineered from the infamous Roswell incident.
Now that does look like that jellyfish UFO we were talking about earlier that they showed in the beginning of the video. It does. Still makes me a little bit skeptical because I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know.
Either way, this discovery has certainly stirred up quite a buzz. What do you think it might be?